Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Dumpster Cam. Today we're not going to be doing any dumpster diving or anything, but we are going to head to the very back of my yard to do some berry picking and then a little preserving that I wanted to share with you. My sidewalk here, a little unfortunate update. The city is making me remove it, even though nobody ever walks on it except for me. They say it's a trip hazard and I have to remove it. So they didn't care. They don't care. They just said I have to remove it. And I got quoted thousands of dollars, so I'm trying to do as much of it on my own as I can, but we'll talk about that later. As for now, let's go get the berries. We are in the very, very back of my yard right now, kind of in the woods, but my house is way up there. And back here I have a wild black raspberry bush. I'm thinking about transplanting it after the end of this season just because all of these invasive vines are kind of taking it over. But I come out here every few days, pick a little harvest. Usually I bring a bag or a little bucket, but today I forgot. But they're just gorgeous. These are different than blackberries and different than raspberries, obviously. But they're just sweet. They turn a really nice dark purpley color when they're ripe. I've been freezing everything that I've been picking so far, and I'm gonna make a little mixed berry jam. And maybe I'll have enough after today. And I will, of course, share that with everyone. I came to the other side of the bush. We were just right over there, and I didn't even know there were more plants on this side, so I might have missed out on some earlier in the season, but I mean, even back there, there's a few. Just look how gorgeous they are, though. So pretty. My hand is getting full here, but I'm gonna get all of these for sure. Walking back up to the house now, I ended up getting a little pot. Hard to see, but I got a pretty good haul of black raspberries in there today. And I also have some wild blackberries on the back side of my yard here. They are not ready yet, obviously, but they are turning colors, and there are some strewn about this whole brush. There used to be more, but again, they're getting choked out by the vining stuff going on here. But I'm gonna keep my eyes out and hopefully get some berries later on. Look, these ones are nice and pink, so shouldn't be too much longer, but let's head back inside. All right, we are in the kitchen now. Gonna get the process started for some mixed berry jam. My kitchen is tiny, and it's an absolute mess already because I have made banana bread and chicken pot pie today. So we're just gonna keep the process going and make some mixed berry jam. So these are all of the berries I picked this morning, as well as berries that I had in the freezer. It is majority black raspberries and blueberries. There's like 2 strawberries in there and like 2 raspberries in there. And these all came from my yard. So these are all fresh, homegrown, gonna be fabulous. It is about 4 cups of berries. So I'm just gonna mash these up a little bit, get them nice and juicy. Over here, I have my canner heating up and my jars staying warm and sterile in there. But I'm gonna get these mashed and then into a pan and on the stove as well. Moving on, I just mashed up the berries with a regular handheld potato masher. And now we are in the pan. We're gonna get to a boil here, and I'm going to stir in the pectin. I'm just following the recipe from the Ball canning website. You always wanna make sure you're following tested recipes for canning, but I'm just going to go ahead and keep stirring this, add in the pectin, get it to a boil before I put in 3-ish cups of sugar. I hope you can see through all the steam, but we are at a rolling boil here that can't be stirred down, so we're going to keep that on. I have 3 cups of sugar measured out here. I'm going to go ahead and dump that in, stir it down, and then let it come back up to a boil as well. So now we have all the ingredients in here. Pretty simple, just sugar, berries, and pectin. But we're gonna get that all integrated. It's looking pretty tasty. I boiled it hard for another minute. I took it off the heat. I have my jars out. I haven't decided which ones I'm going to use yet. That's why I have a hodgepodge here, but I'm just going to use my canning funnel, which is awesome. My sister got that for me for Christmas, so shout out to her. And fill my jars with 1/4 inch headspace. I went with the little guys, and I only got 4, but they look fabulous. I cleaned the rims, put on new lids. The rings I do reuse as long as there's no rust or anything, because they do come off after they're canned. But I tasted some of the mixture, and it is fabulous. So I'm just going to take these, put them in the canner. I do use my pressure canner as a water bath canner. Because it's big. So I'm just going to put those in there, make sure they're covered with water. Put the lid on and process for 10 minutes. Just let them boil away in there. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna scoop some of that out and eat it. It's very, very good. 10 minutes is up. I turned the heat off. I'm gonna take the lid off and let it sit for 5 minutes per the recipe. And when I said I put the lid on, since I am using my pressure canner, I just sit it on top. I don't lock it in or anything. So I'm going to take the lid off, let it sit for 5 minutes, and then take out the jam. I also put 2 jars of water in there as well, just to kind of help with the amount of cans in the pressure canner. But I'll let it sit, and then I will show you from there. Here they are out of the canner, and they are pinging away. They're still, liquidy for now, so I'm going to let these sit until morning to solidify up, and then I will take the rings off. There's the 2 water back there also. I'll take the rings off, and I was hoping I could get more because I want to give 3 of them away as gifts, so that would only leave me with 1. I think I still will. I'm going to try it for sure tomorrow, and I will share that with you guys, but hopefully I will have another big enough harvest of black raspberries and some blueberries to be able to make 1 more batch of this season. Oh, blackberries too, for sure. I should be able to make another one. Okay, I'm coming back. It's the next morning. I've taken off all the rings. They've all sealed, even my waters. These were in there just to keep, proper space in the canner, but people also say it's good to have sanitized water on hand, so I don't know. I might keep them around. If I ever need the jars, I might open them up. But I opened up the one that I'm going to eat right now. I tasted a tiny bit. It is delicious. There are seeds in it. I think some people probably won't like that, but delicious. It has a pretty good texture. Last time I tried to make jelly, it was like completely hard as a rock. So I'm just going to put some on my banana bread right here. But it's very fruity and sweet and delicious, and it tastes just like the stuff you buy at the store. All right, so I am going to enjoy that, and if it tastes good on the banana bread, maybe I will put it on the whole thing. But it is super, super tasty. The flavor is awesome. And here is the finished product. The one that I opened and am eating is in the fridge. And then these 3 right here are still sealed that I'm going to give away. They are the perfect jam texture. Well, hopefully the one that I opened is. And I got these cute little sets just for $1 for I don't know, maybe a 9-10 pack. It has a little hat. It's still sealed, and then it says from the kitchen of, but I just wrote mixed berry jam on it. I'm going to give these as gifts, and hopefully with a few other things from my garden. But the taste is fabulous, so fresh, all homegrown, and I'm excited that I had enough to make my first batch. All right, it's been a few days since I made the jam. I've been eating it, and it's fabulous, very delicious. And I'm going to try this fun little experiment. So on the recipe that I found that I was following, the ball recipe, it suggested adding it into like sparkling water and stuff like that, not just, eating it on bread and, the typical things. So I just so happened to have this black raspberry LaCroix, and most of this is black raspberry, and I do not like LaCroix as is. Typically when I drink LaCroix, I add like water flavoring to it. So I'm going to try to add like a spoonful of the jam instead of flavoring and see if it tastes good. So let me do that and I will report back in just a second. I mixed it up. It turned this beautiful color. Very mild taste just because I didn't put like a heaping spoonful in, but it's definitely better than the plain LaCroix on its own. But I do prefer this to like be eaten rather than drank. But I'm going to enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I am hoping to be back by the end of this summer with some more jam making, preserving, dumpster diving, garden, house, cat, food, all sorts of fun videos. So as always, thank you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Dumpster Cam, and I'll be back soon with more videos. Bye.